up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TPP Frontline. I am your host, Christopher Billings, alongside my broadcast colleague, Landon Miles. And ladies and gentlemen, we are on our final pit stop right before TPP Reckoning this Saturday night. Woo, woo! And as you see, Landon Miles making a tooting noise like a train, as in emulating a pit stop here. But we've got a lot of action to get to tonight, and I can't think of a better way to kick things off. One of the number one contenders, Scythe, is actually scheduled to compete in just a few moments here. We don't know who he's competing against yet, but we know that he's competing, and going into Reckoning, I gotta, as much as I don't want to say that Scythe is the odds-on favorite, he's kind of the odds-on favorite.
I think you just said it, so...
That is very true. I mean, the thing is, Scythe is such a gifted athlete. I mean, he's so unique, and he's so aggressive and just constant pressure, and he's had such an impressive TPP title tournament bracket for himself. I mean, even though he didn't pin Cerberus in his last matchup for this tournament, he won by count up, but still, regardless, he picked up the victory against Cerberus, and that in itself is a very tall order, because Cerberus is over 7 foot tall and pushing 430 pounds, so that's he's twice as big as or he's twice as small as Cerberus, because he's 200 pounds smaller. So it's definitely a very impressive thing for Scythe. But Scythe is asking for a microphone here, so let's cut over to ringside and see what he's got to say.
I am down here tonight to offer my Reckoning number one contender match to anyone that thinks that they can beat me. So, I guess it's an open challenge to anyone that thinks that they deserve and that they can beat me. So whoever's behind that curtain, make your way down.
Well, Scythe has laid out an open challenge to anybody in the back, and that's Anthony Guerrero's Jr. That's Anthony Guerrero Jr.'s theme song. And oh my God, that is Anthony Guerrero Jr. He is he's coming down to the ring. This is impressive. Especially this is a big opportunity for Jr.
He looks amped up tonight, that's for sure. Like, he's coming down this ring, he's ready for this match. I think he might think he has what it takes to take on Scythe tonight.
For June, I feel kind of bad, because I feel like he may be in over his head here. But if he could knock off Scythe tonight, Scythe put up his number one contendership tonight. So that would make Junior the number one contender for the TPP title. That would be some real cake on the icing for him, or some icing on the cake. And here we go, Junior versus Scythe, and Junior has an opportunity to become the number one contender for the TPP title against Scythe. I mean, this and Junior able to match strength with Scythe there. You don't see that very often, especially from Junior, who isn't the largest wrestler in the ring, and he isn't the smallest. He's kind of in between. But now look at Scythe with that slap to the back of the head there, going off the ropes here. But Junior showing resiliency there with that quick backdrop.
You think his father wants him to win against Scythe tonight, or you think he's caught in between them, or what?
Well, I gotta believe that for Die Hard, at least. I mean, this is Die Hard's son. You would think that he'd want Junior to win, but like you said, on the same token, Scythe is in TCO, and so I'm not really sure how Die Hard would do that. But Junior's Junior's getting the fans behind him here. He's getting fired up. Junior runs in, and big running DDT there, planting Scythe right on the top of his head. And Junior he's
He's
looking,
taking control of this match right now.
he is. He's looking very impressive. I mean, Junior must have been hitting the gym. He's just doing backdrop after backdrop to Scythe there, and that is impressive. You know, because Junior only goes what 214, 215 pounds. Scythe is 250 pounds. That's quite a difference.
Good. You lifting like 40 pounds your own weight right there. So
Yeah, exactly. And look at that beautiful standing drop kick from Junior. And Junior's just he's lighting up Scythe right now. He's utilizing his speed, and I think that it's throwing Scythe off. Scythe is used to a more slow, methodical match, and just like that, Scythe able to turn it around with the spine buster on Anthony Guerrero Jr.
how long can he keep this offense is the question. The way Anthony Guerrero came out here showing his energetic, and he was just pumped to get out in this match tonight.
Exactly, and the question, like you said, it's only a matter of time, you figure, before Scythe can finally slow it down, and the longer that Scythe slows down this match, the higher the risk is that Junior may not win. But Junior, right out of that corner, battling a series of kicks to the side of the head, followed up by a leg or a drop kick to the knee, and then that big drop kick to the back, and Junior is firing on all cylinders right now. Tonight he's got a purpose tonight, and I think that's great for Junior to have that kind of a purpose.
We're talking to be in the ring as much as him. He's not on the show quite often, but when he's out here, he comes out here and he puts heart into what he does.
That he does. I can definitely agree with that. And as you see, I mean, Scythe is trying to. I never thought I'd say this, but Scythe is trying to get into the psyche of Anthony Guerrero Jr., and I don't think he can do it. He's looking very. Usually we see a very fluid motioned Scythe. Very consistent with his maneuvers. But Junior's just answering everything that Scythe is throwing at him right now, and completely taking Scythe for a loop. And again, Junior, drop kick Scythe into the ropes, and wait a second, what is he's got? Oh my God, Junior bouncing off the ropes here, and a hip plancha using the ropes as leverage to launch himself into Scythe like that. Very intuitive for Junior to do that.
And those ropes are nuts, and those really took a toll on him a little bit there.
Exactly, and Junior's looking for something off the top rope here, and he jumps off, but wait a second, Scythe just caught him, and
power bomb
into the cover here. 1, 2, and a 2 count for Scythe, first near fall of the matchup. But Junior back to his feet with that big backdrop, and as you see, Junior again getting himself fired up here, trying to keep himself in a high spirit, so to speak.
He needs to watch himself with the taunt, though, because it's going to come back and burn him if he doesn't watch himself.
Well, look at Junior here, turning it around in the corner on Scythe, and now sending Scythe to the corner again, and Junior again trying to get this TPP universe behind him, running in here. You got to believe that he's going to be looking for that jumping mounted punch in the corner, followed up by that monkey flip. You got to believe that's what Junior's going to be looking for. He's running in here, and wait a second, Scythe caught him, and another power bomb right out of the
power bomb. Best right off the mat.
Yeah, exactly. And now Scythe starting to, use his strength. He's got strength over Junior. I mean, I don't think anybody in the back will argue that. I mean, Scythe is guaranteed stronger than Junior. I mean, Junior's strong, no doubt about it, but, and as you see, I mean, now we're starting to see shades of the Scythe that we know. Very cold and calculating with the moves that he's doing.
It seems like it's a back and forth match right now. One person gets the offense for a little bit, and then the other turns around and gets the offense for a little bit. It's going to be really hard to tell who actually is probably going to win.
Oh, geez, look at Scythe here, choking Junior, using the ring post as leverage there, and a kick right to the abdomen. And I don't know, Landon. I mean, I'm hoping that Junior could just do this. Could you imagine how proud Melinda Guerrero would be right now if her baby boy picked up the win against the #1 contender?
Oh my God, she'd be so stoked about it.
Exactly,
like,
and
extremely.
That would launch his career right into the main event. And unfortunately for Die Hard Son Jr., that's one thing he's never really gotten. I mean, he's been a tag team competitor, but Junior he's taking it to Scythe though. I mean, if you're gonna do it, and a drop kick, a springboard drop kick, that ingenuity of Junior, that would be something that the main event picture needs. He drop kicked Scythe into the ropes and then ran off the other rope and then drop kicked him in the back. That was very creative for Anthony Guerrero Jr. to do that. And for Junior, I mean, this is his golden opportunity, his golden ticket here to maybe having Die Hard say, you know what, my son can go. Anthony Guerrero Jr. can go. He can go for the long haul. And unfortunately, though, Scythe is starting to take control again. Ooh, and a big chop block right to the back of the left knee. And luckily for Junior, he's not plagued with injuries like his dad is. So, you know, that's a good thing.
Yeah, he's probably the fresher version of Die Hard.
And more hair on the top of his head, Die Hard, and not as tattooed up. You know, I mean, Die Hard's got a lot of arm tattoos, and he's got the balding hair. You know, and meanwhile, you've got Anthony Guerrero Jr. there rocking a full head of hair. You know, so he's got the hair. You don't
see from the Guerrero family too often. I mean, besides Melinda, but
that is true. Even James Braden, the brother-in-law of Die Hard, Anthony Guerrero Jr.'s uncle, he's even going bald. So Junior's got that full head of hair into the cover here. 1, 2, and Scythe took a risk from the top rope and it paid off. But Junior was able to kick out. And right now, though, Scythe is doing what he's known to do. He's putting Junior in a position of being uncomfortable. And Junior's got to do something. And Junior, quick side hip toss there, and that's one way to turn it back around. And look at Junior here. A beautiful seated dragon sleeper. Now, I heard many years ago when Junior was training to wrestle, you know, because Die Hard did not train him. He trained with Jamie Hall, or also known as Suicide Kid. But apparently one of them passed out when they were applying that dragon sleeper because they applied it a little too tight. And after that, they started using it in their move repertoire. So, a fun little fact there about Anthony Guerrero Jr.
Do you think that he considers TCO a family?
You know, you got to believe that, like, many years ago when, you know, Anthony Guerrero Jr. was still a teenager, I mean, he was, I want to say, because Anthony Guerrero Jr. is, 23 now, or 22? And so he was a teenager when, you know, Jordan Moore and Brick Wall were just getting their start in the business, which earlier this week on Monday, you know, I had that sit down with Die Hard, and we actually talked a little bit about how TCO started. And so, you know, that was many years ago. So Junior was just a teenager then. So you got to imagine, I mean, they were probably like additional uncles to him, you know, Brick Wall and Jordan Moore and the whole TCO gang, you know. But luckily for Junior, he didn't follow in their footsteps for the most part, you know, like his father. His father became a very maniacal man. And luckily, he's kind of kept high spirits. And for the most part of Junior's career, he's had the fans on his side. I mean, there was a little period there where Junior thought that it was wiser to go against the grain and not have the fans on your side. But he realized that it's easier when you have fans supporting you. So,
but it doesn't seem like he's getting the push that he needs, apparently. I wonder if he would have stuck with TCO if he would have actually got his title shots and stuff that you think he would probably want.
Oh, it's very possible that had Junior taken the dark road, you know, as I've called it many times, as if he had taken that route, I'm sure his career would have went in a totally different direction. But I'm glad that he's being himself, and that I think is more important, you know, than a title match. I mean, yeah, it's nice to be a champion, but you know what I mean. It's more important to be individual and unique.
Yeah, I can agree with that, but I guess I can say that I'm not against any particular, like, superstar or faction or anything, because I just like to watch the matches. I like to just see what kind of talent we actually have in this business, like other, you know,
well,
like commentators and stuff.
Scythe is calling for the Reaper's Cut, and if Junior doesn't do something here, this could be the end of the night for Junior. And Scythe with the Reaper's Cut there, and Junior
I don't
just
think he's good enough.
Yeah, Junior just kind of went limp there. And Scythe into the cover here. 1, 2, 3, and Scythe. Unfortunately for Anthony Guerrero Jr., you know, Scythe maintains, but Scythe is asking for another microphone here, so.
And you would more. And reckoning. You will get the lone wolf as it's described, as I'm going to leave TCO in the back line after your little promo that you did last week. But adding on to that, all I'm going to say is actions speak louder than words.
What? Oh, what? Oh, Jesus! He's calling Junior back to his feet again. And Scythe again with the Reaper's cut on Anthony Guerrero Jr. One was enough.
Oh, was that necessary? That's your boss's son.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, was that really necessary? I mean, I'm not Die Hard's biggest fan. We all know this, ladies and gentlemen. But Anthony Guerrero Jr. came down here because he wanted to get an opportunity. You know, that's what he wanted. He wanted an opportunity.
That's ridiculous. What? Shouldn't Die Hard be doing something about this?
You know, as much as I want to agree with you, you know, I don't know. Well, I'm being notified back.
Hey man, welcome back to TPP. Yeah, I got your text message. So, you want to fight Brayson at Reckoning Internet Championship? We'll do that. But hey, look, man, Devin, you got a match tonight. All right, this is gonna be cakewalk for you. This guy, he ain't nothing. So go out there and have some fun, and just beat him down and show Bryson, you know, what you're made of. Just have some fun tonight.
Well, Die Hard was telling Brick Wall that he's got a match tonight, and he's putting Brick Wall in this matchup to show Bryson what he can do. And I'm still disgusted about what we just saw a few moments ago. I mean, no disrespect to Darren Trinidad or Rowland Ryder, but that was just that. What Scythe just did to Anthony Guerrero Jr., that's beyond the stretch of means. Like you said, you know, that's the boss's son.
Yeah, you think with Die Hard it's going to put in the side for the extra part of that. That was unnecessary. It should have never happened.
Exactly, me and Landon Miles, actually, we were just notified before we came on the air. This matchup, the winning team of this matchup is going to be one of the #1 contenders for the tag team titles at TPP Reckoning this Saturday night. So there's a lot riding on the line here. We've got Darren Trinidad and Rowland Ryder versus Exclusive DLC, one of my favorite tag teams. I love these guys when they come to the ring dancing, and I love their theme music. I love the whole shebang of Exclusive DLC.
Do you see their shirts? They're repping that Left 4 Dead.
Exactly,
right,
you know, and I know that they hang out with Jerry Graham backstage, and everybody in TPP knows that Jerry Graham is he's a gamer, you know. So I don't know what they talk about back there, but you know, because I'm usually up to my neck in paperwork and you know doing all the media stuff. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna make you call it right now, Landon. Who do you think is gonna win? Who do you think is gonna be one of the #1 contenders? Do you think it's gonna be Darren Trinidad and Rowland Ryder, the technical practitioners of the wrestling ring, or do you think it's going to be the gamers Exclusive DLC?
I think I'm gonna say Exclusive DLC because they got that hype going on tonight, and you know, and these are probably one of my favorite tag team factions that are probably here in TPP. So I'm gonna stay on the side of Exclusive DLC tonight. So
you know, I want to agree with you, but I'm going to try to stay neutral. I'm going to try to say may the best team win. But man, it's just like these are probably two of, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Atlas and Travis Porter or actually they're not even called the Chocolate Drops anymore. They're now called the Cocoa Buffs. I'm not trying to take away anything from any of the other teams, but the two teams in here in this ring right now are probably two of the best technically sound teams when it comes to communication with one another. You know, aside from TCO when they're in tag team matches with each other. But I mean, like with Exclusive DLC here. They know how to, you know, quarantine off one opponent long enough to get them down. You know, they have these frequent tags in and out, so that they do work on their opponent, and I think that's what has given them so much success.
yeah, because I think they're the only tag team I've seen so far to like just repeatedly tag each other in almost after every other move. It seems like they do so. So
ooh, and look at that. Like we were just talking about tag team chemistry. You know, the one bounces him off the ropes, catches him with an elbow, and then the other one jumps in the ring right on top of him and goes for a cover. Just making Darren Trinidad, you know, really work his diaphragm to kick out, making him go that extra, you know, that extra inch to try to get out. But Trinidad is no pushover. He's not that big of a guy, but he's got the fight of a lion. You know, he he'll keep it going as long as he possibly can.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I do not have any disrespect for Trinidad and Ryder. I think they actually got the skills to pay the bills as well. So,
And that's the thing. Like with Trinidad and Ryder, they've got more of a technical smash mouth kind of style. While we've got exclusive DLC, and they're all about speed and showmanship. You know, they're about the speed and showmanship of it. And when you put those elements in a match together, it's magic. And we're getting tag team magic right now. I mean, we've had a pretty interesting tag team division throughout the years in TPP, but I think currently it is probably more interesting than it's ever been. You know, within this past 6 months, you know, the tag team division has been intense.
yeah, I don't think we've had this much hype since I think of Click or something that happened back in the day.
Yeah, many years ago. And as you see, Frag Champ there was now with the flurry of strikes on Rollin Ryder. And this is what I love seeing. I mean, you know, these are two young up-and-coming teams. Just they both got pulled right through our developmental systems, you know, because they had what TPP wanted, and I think that's great. And look at this, a drop kick and a inverted flapjack type maneuver. You know, it's beautiful tag team. Like I said, beautiful tag team chemistry from exclusive DLC.
These guys are pretty exclusive, all right. I'm telling you.
And you know, I gotta admit, they do have some pretty cool wrestling attires as well. Very cool.
Support all these video games.
That's right. They support him in a near fall there. As much as I want to say, Rollin Ryder, he hasn't been the same since he had that match against Cerberus. You know, I remember watching Ryder when he was competing on the independents. He was so aggressive. You know, very aggressive. And after he got marked by Cerberus, he just hasn't been the same at all.
I don't think anybody that has been marked by Cerberus has been the same.
And it's tough because, I mean, you've seen Cerberus up close. I've seen him up close, and the fans at home, it doesn't do it justice. You know, he's like what, 7'2" or 7'3", you know, 430, 440 pounds. You know, if he decides he wants to drink water that day, you know.
He's the Empire State Building of TPP.
Exactly. He's a big guy, and he's a very scary individual, and he's so strong and, you know, dangerous when he's wrestling. It's just it's tough, and as you see, I mean, Darren Trinidad though trying to slow this matchup down. Luckily for Darren Trinidad, he hasn't been in a match with Cerberus yet, so he's not marked yet. You know, I say yet because it could happen someday.
Hopefully that he doesn't have to go through that. So.
Yeah, exactly. I would wish that on no one, because yes, like I said, Cerberus, he's something that I don't think anybody wants to have to handle. He's one of those kind of guys that's very hard to handle, and Trinidad here going to leap off the top rope, attempted crossbody, but no, he got caught there, and a backbreaker, and that is going to leave your ribs sore in the morning, no doubt about that.
That dude had some strength behind that. He caught him and didn't even like fall backwards or anything. He just caught him straight up and just broke his ribs.
Exactly, and this is what I love about exclusive DLC. I mean, because now, okay, he's gonna tie him up into the trio well, and I know what's coming up here. We get to see that elbow where he throws that point of his elbow right into him, and look at that, right on the top of the skull. And Trinidad, they're holding his forehead because you know he's hurting. Into the cover here. One. And Rollin Ryder gets in the ring to break it up.
I don't think he had faith in his teammate to kick out of that one, it seemed like.
Yeah, oh, but look at Trinidad trying to fire on all cylinders, trying to get something going here. Going for the cover here. 1, 2, and a 2 count for Trinidad, as Trinidad's got to get something going. Trinidad going off the ropes, but no, he gets caught there. And, ooh, big back chop there, and that'll definitely leave some sting on you. No doubt about that.
Oh,
and he ducked under again there. Catches him. Oh, back, and the backhand followed by the back knuckle. And this is what... Did you just see the height on that Asai moonsault? He jumped to the top rope and then did a
I think
moonsault.
he just took the Raptors with him.
I love seeing exclusive DLC in action. They're so quick. They're very high action when they wrestle. They constantly move. They never.
Well, they got that energy, that non-stop energy that they put together. It seems like they drink like 20 monsters before they come to the ring.
Exactly. And a big floating senton. Folks, we have to take a quick commercial break. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Diehard, the CEO of the power plant. What is evolution? Evolution is the process of change, development, and growth. TPP Frontline is change, development, and growth. And whether you want to believe that or not, it does not matter. Because ultimately, TPP Frontline is a lifestyle choice.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
And we're back here. And during the break, there was a lot of back and forth there. But Trinidad he was able to turn it around back into his favor, now getting Rollin Ryder tagged back in. But like we were saying during the break, I mean, I love seeing exclusive DLC in the ring, because it's so high intensity. Like you said, they probably drink 20 monsters before they come to the ring.
One of these days, one of them probably pass away from all that monster.
Yeah, I from what I understand, that isn't good to it's not good to have that many monsters. And as you see, though, a little bit of miscommunication from Darren Trinidad and Rollin Ryder there. Did not work out as planned, but Trinidad missed there, and now he's gonna pay with the knee backbreaker. And Ryder just ate a shoulder block. And
he's going ham right now. He's gonna get both of them.
Yeah, he's definitely hanging in there. Oh, a beautiful head scissor whip there, and again the shoulder tackle.
Oh my gosh! I've never seen this really happen in the ring like this.
And
he's taking them both on.
Exactly, and he's not that big of a man in the first place. He's relatively small, but he's got the heart of a champion. He's got the intensity. And look at that! Trinidad ran in with the bulldog. He had enough. Yeah.
He's like, nope.
And now Ryder. Wait a second, Ryder. Quick backdrop, and then he jumps up there.
He's getting pumped up. What's gonna happen?
And you see, I think that momentary distraction by Trinidad when he came in with that bulldog, I think that's what they needed to get themselves back on track to possibly start working as a cohesive tag team again. And launches him up, and now Ryder. Okay, now we're gonna see Ryder and Trinidad start working together as a team here. And here we go, Trinidad going in full steam ahead, big clothesline in the corner there, as Immortal Fighter. Hits the mat, and now Immortal Fighter is in a not friendly corner.
Oh no, they're gonna try to take control of this match as much as they can right now. They had him
into the cover there too, and as you saw, for Frag Champ, he sensed danger for Immortal Fighter, quickly got himself involved in the matchup. And now what is Immortal Fighter thinking here? Immortal Fighter going to the top rope. And he misses there. Trinidad ran him. Yeah, he ran underneath him and was able to avoid contact there. Lucky for Trinidad. And now what does Trinidad think? Trinidad going for the cover here. 1, 2, and a 2 count.
Ooh.
And
this was really close.
Yeah, and this tag team match has been very good. I mean, this has been a really, really good tag team match. I'm really enjoying this. And
I don't know. Watching this makes me pretty excited. Like, it gets me on the edge of my seat.
Exactly, and one of these teams is going to be at Reckoning fighting for the TPP Tag Team titles. And look at this, a quick tag here. And, Trinidad eats a big right hand. Ryder eats a forearm there. And now sending Trinidad into his own tag team corner, but Ryder was not able to get to his feet fast enough to, get the tag in his favor. Off the ropes here, and a big uppercut, sending Trinidad flying there.
That dude just thought he could fly like an eagle.
Wait a second, what's he thinking here? Jumps off, big leg drop right across the throat and the larynx, and that is not going to feel good no matter which way you slice it. And again, 2 leg drops right across the throat, and Trinidad getting back to his feet here, trying to battle himself into this. He's trying to come back, but he's just not. He's not having a good go with things, and a big spinning kick there right to the forehead, and the rope break saved Trinidad. And I think Trinidad may have been knocked out, to be honest.
I don't know how Trinidad's even fighting back right now. You think his throat would be closed by now after 2 of those for straight? So
Yeah, exactly. But Trinidad, he's hanging in there. I mean, it's been a rough go of things for Trinidad and Ryder in this matchup, but into the cover 1, 2, and a 2 count for Darren Trinidad. I mean, all it takes is that 3 count.
The 3.
Yeah, all it takes is a 3 count, and then we have number 1 contenders. And wait a second, here we go. We're gonna get to see some more exclusive DLC tag action. That twist of fate off the top rope with the senton bomb there. Now, I thought for sure he was gonna go for the cover, but he did not go for the cover.
Yeah, so did I.
Runs in. Oh, a big, like an inverted type bulldog. That was unique in itself. No doubt about that.
His head can take any more of this.
Exactly. I mean, Trinidad has taken a lot of head damage in this matchup. I mean, he's been getting worked in that sense. And Trinidad getting called to his feet here. Runs in. Oh, the code has been broken there. Going to the top rope, and a big moonsault. As you saw, he waited there. He needed to get that clearance from his tag team partner. And Trinidad, this allowed Trinidad and Ryder a little bit of time to get things back in their favor, as Trinidad is going after a Mortal Fighter and Frag Champ here, now getting out of the ring as the referee was counting. And a big, beautiful standing, spinning wheel kick there. And wait a second. Mortal Fighter might be looking at it again, and again, he just knees right to the
have a concussion.
Yeah,
he's
knees
gotta
right to
have
the face. Knees right to the face, and jumps off. Oh, big frog splash there. And then look at the tag team chemistry. 1, 2, 3, and we have new
reckoning.
we have new number 1, or one of the teams that are number 1 contenders for the tag team titles this Saturday night at TPP Reckoning. So we know for sure that exclusive DLC is going to be on Reckoning.
That should be exciting that night. That pay-per-view is going to be pretty exciting with these people there.
Oh yeah, I mean, no doubt about it. I mean, the fans are firmly behind exclusive DLC. I mean, they firmly get behind exclusive DLC, and that's what they need. That's what every wrestler needs. They need the fan support, and they now have it.
I wonder what their attire is going to look like this Saturday.
I wonder that too. I mean, I'm interested to see that as well. And like I said earlier, I love their theme song. It's so unique. I love it. Call themselves the Online Gamers. I love it. But switching gears here, it is time for TCO's Brick Walls match. And so I just found out that it's Sage that he's wrestling. And I think, honestly, this is a setup by Die Hard. I mean, Brick Wall is 279 pounds. Sage is 201 pounds. That's a 78-pound difference.
I don't know if this guy's got what it takes to take on Brick Wall.
I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Sage. I mean, he's got many years of wrestling experience, but you're facing a man that can knock you out with one punch at any time.
Golden Glove boxer background, he might have this guy on the floor.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, all it takes is one hook, and I think Sage will be looking at the stars. And as you see, Brick Wall, kind of with a smirk on his face, he kind of knows that this is easy pickings for Brick Wall tonight.
That's a really nice attire.
It is pretty nice, and I'm kind of, this is what bothers me about Die Hard. You know, it's just the fact that I'm not saying that, you know, Sage doesn't deserve to wrestle tonight. I mean, yes, he deserves to wrestle tonight, but did Die Hard really have to put him in a match against Brick Wall? I mean, couldn't he have put Sage against somebody that was in the Adrenaline division? the same weight
yeah,
class.
You could have put him at least closer. You could have like put somebody like one of the exclusive DLC members or something around that weight.
Yeah, exactly. And now, like I was saying, I mean, this is not going to be a good night for Sage. I don't think. I mean, he might get a couple of good shots in, but I think we both know how this is going to end tonight.
How long do you think this match will actually last?
I'll be surprised if Sage is able to pull something out and make it, get if he can get something going, if he can keep on Brick Wall. But right now, Brick Wall just kind of barely used any strength there to pick Sage up, and myself and West Steel on Strike Zone, we've talked about how Brick Wall may be one of the strongest people that have ever been in TPP, through history. We've even said that he may be stronger than like Atlas, and Atlas is almost 7 foot tall. Brick Wall isn't 7 foot tall; he's only 6'4". But he's so strong. He's got so much upper body strength. He can. Ooh, and did you see that kick right to the chin?
Yeah, that was a quick kick, straight to the face.
Now that would be what Sage needs to, to possibly. I'm not saying he's going to win, but he can try. And kicking him like that would definitely be a good way to make it happen.
I really enjoy Brewell's matches though, because he doesn't have like the flashiest moves. I guess it's more like a basic moveset, but it's like a powerhouse basic moveset.
But as you saw, Brick Wall there with a clothesline, using all of his weight behind that clothesline, and that'll definitely send into next week. I mean, it's one thing we've seen people do like standing clotheslines; they just pull them into it, but Brick Wall goes down with them, to give that extra oomph, that extra impact on it. And Brick Wall picking Sage up, just smiling as he's suplexing Sage. Brick Wall hasn't even broke a sweat yet. And
this is terrible
for Sage. It would probably be wiser for Sage to just stay down. Just stay down and let Brick Wall pin him. I think that would be the wisest thing for Sage to do right now. Spare himself the pain. And as you see, Brick Wall, big jumping elbow, and it wouldn't feel good having a 279-pound man jumping on your chest. That definitely wouldn't feel good. But Sage, another kick right to the chin. And the thing is, that's as high as Sage can get on Brick Wall. I mean, Sage is like 5'9", 5'10". He can't kick any higher than Brick Wall's chin. So every kick he does, it's going to go right to his chin. It's not going to go anywhere else, which, that is a good method for Sage to use. Go right after the chin. If he can, if he can get Brick Wall down, he's got to stay on him, though. But with moves like that, that's what's going to have Brick Wall being victorious. There's so much power, so much raw, unmitigated power in Brick Wall that Sage, it's going to be tough for Sage to get out of the gates the right way. I mean, look at the scoop slam, just throwing Sage, just tossing him.
Like, dude, it didn't even look like it was that hard for him to just throw that guy to the ground like that.
Exactly, but Sage, he's not
trying to fight back.
Yeah, he's trying. He's getting a couple of shots, and as you see, Sage here taunting for something, running in, but Brick Wall catches him with the side headlock there, and now, did you see the hang time on that gut buster? He lifted him and held him in midair, and then dropped him on his knee.
I think Sage should have just kept on that offense instead of trying to call for things.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Sage, that's one thing he's got to do. I mean, like I said, I know Sage has many years of experience, but Brick Wall has just as many years of experience. And Brick Wall's trainer is probably one of the most ruthless men in the business. But wait, Sage getting fired up here, and he catches Brick Wall, and now we're seeing the speed side of Sage. But Brick Wall turns it around, big face smash right on the ground there, and that's one way to turn it around. That's definitely a way to turn around when you're that much stronger than your opponent.
I don't think he liked that too
much. The driller, that was out of nowhere. Going for the cover here, but the rope break may have saved Sage.
Just saved his life.
I don't know. If I was Sage, I wouldn't even grab the ropes if I was Sage. I would have just let him pin me, because that means he hit him with one driller. He could have another one coming. And now look at Sage again taunting to the fans here, trying to get them behind him. And Brick Wall's out of that corner, and Oh, big right. Jesus.
Oh,
Into
the
the cover.
WMP.
1, 2, 3, and brick wall just one punch right to the side of the head there.
Is he
Completely.
okay?
I do not know. I mean, that was a hard hook too. And Sage was coming in full steam ahead, and he ate a big fist. And Brick Wall's theme or Bryson's theme is playing. Why is? Well, it looks like Bryson's here to fight. And
No.
I'm being notified back from the guys backstage that okay, Bryson is gonna fight Brick Wall right now on Frontline. Apparently, that matchup was too short for Melinda's liking, so she sent Bryson out here to have a match against Brick Wall right now. This is a preview of what to expect at Reckoning here. I mean, this is a for sure match that's going to happen at Reckoning, the Internet Championship, Brick Wall versus Bryson. You know,
I didn't think we'd get to see them fight until Reckoning.
I know. I thought the same thing, but Brick Wall is he's going to be fighting Bryson tonight. I don't think Brick Wall planned on that, but you know, it's okay with me. I'm more than happy about that.
So who do you calling that's going to win tonight here?
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna still go with Brick Wall. I mean, I'm not Bryson's biggest fan, but I don't know. Bryson's fresher than Brick Wall. I mean, Brick Wall has taken a couple of head kicks. Oh, but Bryson, big slap right to the face, 2 of them, and Brick Wall responding, but Bryson responding there with that spinning clothesline.
Looked like they just had like straight up shots right there in the beginning.
Oh, look at Bryson right to the and Bryson has got to be definitely upset. The night that Brick Wall returned, Die Hard told Bryson, "You're guaranteed to win the match." They won the tag team match, no doubt about that. But then Bryson got upset because Brick Wall got the pin, and then he pushed Brick Wall right in the face, and Brick Wall knocked him out.
I would have just said congratulations, Brick Wall. I would have never got on Brick Wall's bad side that night. So
that's what I'm saying. I mean, for Bryson, he's no longer in TCO anymore. So what does he have anymore? He doesn't have anybody anymore to really support him, and he's not exactly. The fans don't exactly like Bryson. A lot of people in the back don't like Bryson. So for Bryson, he just kind of alienated himself by instigating that fight with Brick Wall. And in all honesty, I don't think it was wise for Bryson to do that.
You'd have think Bryson would have known that if he would have started someone with Brick Wall, he wouldn't last long in TCO.
Exactly. I guess maybe Bryson figured that. Only a 1 count off of that shoulder block. And here's the thing. Okay, Bryson is 262 pounds. Brick Wall 279. So these guys are relatively close in weight, but Bryson's got I think 2 inches in height on Brick Wall. But Brick Wall is definitely stronger, no doubt about that. We're about to see a show of Brick Wall strength right here, as he's going to toss his 260-pound man halfway across the ring.
And he didn't even make it look like it was tough.
Exactly. And
there was like no hesitation.
That is very true. And so for Bryson, I don't know. I agree. He should have, when they won that tag team match against Atlas and Travis Porter, Bryson should have been like, you know what? Congratulations, Brick Wall. We did really good. That's what he should have done instead of trying to be egotistical and trying to have this one-upsmanship against Brick Wall. I mean, it isn't going to work. And maybe Bryson thought because Bryson was in good with Die Hard, that Die Hard would give him special treatment. Unfortunately for Bryson, I think Die Hard's known Brick Wall a lot longer than he's ever known Bryson. Bryson's 25 years old. Brick Wall's a little bit closer to Die Hard's age, but not nearly as old. He's got 10 years. He's 10 years younger than Die Hard. And I don't know. I think Bryson made a very bad decision.
The thing is Brick Wall was there when TCO was formed. So he should have known that Brick Wall is going to have more pull than Bryson.
Right. And look at Bryson walking around on the outside. Brick Wall is just taking his time. He's just taking his time, and I don't blame him. I take my time too.
He's just working on that speed in the ring, waiting for him.
and oh, wait a second, Brick Wall. We saw this a few moments ago. Big right hook there.
I wonder if that's like a reminder of what just happened when you argued with Brick Wall.
Exactly. It's like that is one way to get reminded is to eat a fist right to the face. That'll definitely put some sting on you. And Bryson runs into brick wall there, and for Bryson, he's got to figure something out. He's got to
stay on that offense.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
can't allow brick wall to counter him. He can't allow all that, or it's just going to not end well for him here tonight.
Well, the thing with Bryson is, and we've seen this since we saw him debut in TPP, he can have a really good match. He can wrestle very, very good. It's just he has a lot of trouble getting to that point. It takes more than one match for him to get to that point with somebody to have that really good match.
Well, Bryson actually did so.
Yeah, I mean Bryson, he's hanging in here with brick wall, which is more than we can say for Sage, but I don't know. It's just, I mean, if this is what we can expect to see at Reckoning, I mean Bryson has been getting manhandled this entire match. I mean brick wall's been shutting him down at every turn. So Bryson's got to get a flow figured out before Saturday night. Otherwise, his internet championship title reign is going to end. And again, we're seeing the strength of brick wall. This is what I love seeing. And look at brick wall again. And this is late in the match here. Brick wall just tossing Bryson like he's a cruiserweight.
Yeah, brick wall seems to do that quite to a bit of people there.
As you saw, Bryson quickly got out of the ring and runs in, and that would be a way for Bryson to maybe get the upper hand and do that big running STO. I mean, that was like a modified type body tackle. I mean, he basically just tripped brick wall. That's all he did. He just ran at him full speed, tripped him. But look at this, and Bryson showing he's got strength, putting brick wall up on his shoulder, and then giving him a power slam, shades of Die Hard's power slam. Which you got to believe that's from the TCO training. That's what you got to believe that.
Yeah, it's got to be definitely the 23 out of 24 hours a day training.
Yeah, I always get a really good I get a good kick out of that too. And as you see, Bryson here with this modified camel clutch. It's like a side camel clutch. He's wrenching on it. And he's wrenching that full. He's wrenching as hard as he possibly can. And
is he going to tap?
I don't know. I mean, Brickwall's got it. He's strong. He's got the upper body strength, and that's again very apparent as Brickwall, one-armed gets Bryson off of him. Could you imagine Brick Wall with like a group of little kids? If he was wrestling them, he could like throw them with one arm.
I don't know. That'd be not very nice.
Well, I mean. Wait, what is Brick Wall going for? No, wait a second. Bryson counters kick right to the abdomen there. Brick Wall with his own kick to the abdomen. Wait a second. He's got Bryson up on his. Slammed him down, and Bryson holding his spine. I would hold my spine too. If I had a 280-pound frame come crashing down.
That was pretty close to 30 right there.
Yeah, that was a very close near fall there. As you see, Bryson is not looking so hot right now. It's looking like Brick Wall is getting him. But wait a second. I spoke too soon. And Bryson bringing Brick Wall back into the ring here. Bryson with that elbow pad on his elbow, dropping a second elbow right across the top of the head. And for Bryson, though, he's got to get something going. He's got to get himself.
I think he was watching Sage fight him because he seemed to be on that same spot.
Oh, and that spine buster from Bryson. We've only seen that a couple of times, so all right, we don't know the effects that it truly has, but I mean, it's a very low-raised spine buster. But Bryson now sending Brick Wall into the ropes, catches Brick Wall with a quick flapjack. And what is Bryson going to... Bryson's doing something. He's thinking about something. Bryson calling Brick Wall back to his feet. Bryson's trying to put him away. Bryson needs to get some kind of momentum going into Reckoning. Bryson, that rock bottom type maneuver into the cover here. 1, 2, and almost a 3 count. That was a long 2 count.
I think Brick Wall is probably the only person that can just break out of the rock bottom like that.
Yeah, I mean, Brick Wall did kick out very aggressively, but it was still a very long 2 count though for Bryson. I mean, Bryson probably thought that he had it right there, and I almost thought he had it too.
Yeah, I then thought Brick Wall might have lost tonight. And
again, I mean, Brick Wall just turns it back into his favor, And this is as much as big as Brick Wall is, it's very characteristic for him to go to that top rope. Oh, and a low kick there, and Bryson with a knee right to the side of the skull. And Brick Wall has taken a lot of headshots in this match and his match with Sage. And now Bryson, what is he doing? Oh my God, he's got a steel chair. And Brick Wall is down right now. And oh Jesus, just swinging for the fences here with the steel chair. That's 4 steel chair shots there.
Well, I see what Bryson's trying to do tonight.
Well, he got himself disqualified. Brick Wall still gets the win, but Bryson definitely left a statement here tonight for Brick Wall. Saying that at Reckoning he's not afraid to use a steel chair.
Yeah. So, not just that. Plus, he's trying to work on Brick Wall's body before Saturday night.
Yeah, and he's only got a couple of days, because it's Wednesday night right now. This is Frontline, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday night we have Reckoning in. And up next, though, we've got the big man that we've been talking about all night. We've got Cerberus, and he's in a handicap match. I don't know why. I mean, I have an idea, and I'm sure you have an idea too, but I believe that Dyer has orchestrated this one towards Cerberus just to try to get Cerberus to lose in a pinned environment. We've had Cerberus lose via count out, but nobody's ever gotten more than a 2 count on Cerberus.
Yeah, no, the only person I've seen actually stick in there with him was Scythe. So
exactly, and so we've got Xyler State Cross and Masuma in the ring right now, getting ready to face Cerberus. And this is. I'm not saying I don't have faith in Cerberus, but this is a tall order, like a really tall order for Cerberus. I mean, this isn't one man. This is 2 men at the same time. In a tagging in and out environment. So.
Yeah, but it's 2-on-2 right now.
Well, it's technically 2-on-1. I mean, yeah, he's got a Stendo out here with him, and
I'm talking about Cerberus alone.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
2-on-2.
Yeah. So if it's Cerberus and a Stendo, then I guess it's 3-on-2 now, because we know from experience that a Stendo and Preteritus and Posterum, they will get involved in the match. They'll scream at the opponents and say all kinds of profane things to Cerberus's opponents. But for Cerberus, he's going to start things off with Xyler State Cross right now, and I just look at this cold look at Cerberus just staring at him. He was just staring at him.
I think he wanted them to make the first move.
I think he did. And Cerberus is just, oh Jesus, that big body splash.
You guys just need to lay down.
Exactly. Do yourselves a favor right now, Masuma and Xyler State Cross. Live to fight another day. I mean, this is the one guy. If you could have a handicap match against anybody else, take it. But if you're going to have it against Cerberus, don't take it. I don't care what Die Hard offers to pay you. Don't take it. I mean, we're talking 434 pounds. 7'2", 7'3", somewhere in that area. That's Cerberus stats. Just in that part. And we were just talking about Brick Wall being, one of the strongest men in TPP. I think if we had Brick Wall and Cerberus in like a body lifting. Oh, and tag miscommunication there from Xyler State Cross and Masuma is, they aren't a tag team. So, Xyler State Cross didn't like the fact that Masuma was trying to get involved. But as I was saying, Cerberus versus Brick Wall, if we saw them in like a body lifting or a test of strength, I think it'd be very close. Because
Think so?
I think so, because I mean I've seen Brick Wall in the gym. I've seen him squat like 675 pounds, on his shoulders, like in 10 reps of it. That's impressive. Because Brick Wall he's not even a full 300-pound man. So if he's able to lift that just in squatting it, I can only imagine what I've seen him deadlift amazing amounts of weight as well. So. I haven't seen Cerberus do any of that yet, but I'd imagine Cerberus can do it pretty good. I mean, Cerberus is extremely strong, and
Cerberus looks like he'd be stronger than Brick Wall.
I don't know. I mean, Cerberus doesn't have the Golden Glove experience. Brick Wall, he's got speed, strength, and agility, and he's got endurance like no other. I've never seen somebody so in shape in all of my broadcasting years, and I've been a broadcast host for the better part of 20 years now, and I've never seen somebody in such good physical shape as what Brick Wall is. So I don't know.
I don't know. Do you think they'll ever do that for TPP one day? Have Brick Wall and Cerberus go at it?
Well, for Die Hard, I don't know if it'd be a good idea. Does he want to see Brick Wall get beat up? I mean, I'm not saying I'm not guaranteeing that's going to happen, but I mean, it would be one heck of a match. I mean, I don't know if the ring could hold both of them, to be honest. I mean, they're both very big men, and you know, the difference is Brick Wall's a very nice big giant, and you know, Cerberus is a very mean-looking big giant.
Yeah, I agree, but you never know. That hype might ever come one day.
That is very true, and Xylosate Cross is trying to do something to Cerberus, and as you saw, Xylosate Cross pull the low bridge there on Cerberus, and Cerberus now getting back in control, leg drop right across the throat. And what does Cerberus do? And see, this is what concerns me, especially for Cerberus, because he's got two live opponents, you know, so he's got to be able to switch between the two and be able to keep himself focused. And right now, that was kind of benefiting Xylosate Cross there for a moment until Cerberus decided to unload on him like a cannon. And now Cerberus sending Xylosate Cross into the corner, picks him up, followed up by that side slam. And Cerberus is kind of having his way right now with Xylosate Cross into the cover here. The referee taking his time to cover 2 and a 2 count as Masuma, for some ungodly reason, got his shoulders off the mat here. And can you imagine what those shoulder thrusts feel like when Cerberus does that? When he drives all his weight right into your chest and your ribs. And we've seen this before. Look at the height on this. Can you imagine how high he is right there? He's probably about 10 feet in the air, and then just free fall right to his back. What is Cerberus going to do here? Cerberus is taking his time. Cerberus sending him into the corner where Masuma is, and trying to get Masuma to be the legal man. Xylosate Cross hasn't even tagged out yet.
I'm kind of surprised he hasn't sent them to Haiti yet.
Exactly. You know, I figured we would have seen it by now. And Cerberus dead sprint for Masuma, and Masuma would be one of probably the most experienced people in this matchup. You know, he's been wrestling since he was a young adult. You know, and unfortunately he's not that big of a guy, so he doesn't get much exposure and title opportunities. But he's been wrestling in Japan, you know, for the better part of his life. You know, because he is Japanese. So so if there's somebody, and a big kick right to the head there, but if there's somebody in this matchup right now that could show Cerberus what's up, it would be Masuma. Masuma's got that experience factor. He doesn't have the strength or power, but he's got speed and he's got experience.
And experience is half the battle. So.
Exactly. You know, that's half the war right there. And as you see, Cerberus just big clubbing blow there, turning Masuma around. Oh, shoulder right to the ribs there. And now Cerberus sending Masuma in, and it's like every time you see Cerberus Irish whip his opponent, even if he doesn't do it that hard, they still bounce out of the corner just from the velocity of Cerberus doing it.
For sure, I'm kind of surprised both of these guys even hanged in here as long as they have so far. So
yeah,
they're doing pretty good in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, look at this quick roll up here. 1, 2, then almost a 3, and Masuma almost got like the world's largest upset victory. Masuma gonna jump off the top rope. Quick Hurricane Rana there.
What does that mean? Does that mean Cerberus gets marked if he loses?
You know, I'd be curious to know too. If he loses by pinfall or submission, would that mean that they get to mark him? We'll have to ask one of. I mean, you can go ahead and ask Estendo and them. I don't want to talk.
I don't want to talk to them.
They scare me. So.
They might cast some kind of spell on me that I don't want to know about.
And as you see, Xylosate Cross trying to pick up the scraps here, stomping away, but Cerberus from the ground, big counter there, the dirty eye rake, and I don't know, maybe it was wiser to keep Masuma in. I mean, Masuma was on a hot streak there. You know, he was just.
I guess he was trying to be nice and share.
I guess, but I honestly think it might have been wiser for Masuma to stay in. I mean, look at Cerberus using all his strength, big clothesline over the top rope, landing on his feet. He landed on his feet. That's a 400-plus pound man flipping over the top rope and landing on his feet.
I can see that for the fact his feet are almost as
That
tall
is-
as the ring is.
That is very true. He's a very, and like I said, ladies and gentlemen, our cameras do not do Cerberus justice. They have the camera zoomed out so far when he's coming down the entrance ramp compared to when the other wrestlers come down. If they did the normal zoomed in, I mean, you guys wouldn't even be able to see half his body. He's a big man. He's a very, very big athletic man, and he can definitely cause damage to people. Into the cover here, and Masuma getting in 1, 2, and Masuma broke up the pin. Masuma wants this win. I think they both want this win, but oh, wait a second. The ref,
I think they want this under their belt.
yeah, they want this win under their belt because look, that was a little bit of a switcheroo there. I think that Cerberus is a little confused on who the legal man is, because Masuma is not the legal man. It's Zyler St. Cross, and Zyler St. Cross going off the ropes here. Oh, big senton into the cover here, hooks the far leg. One, only.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
I thought it was gonna be like maybe a 2 count.
Two
That was
count
like
or something.
one
But
count. And big headbutt there. And Masuma now getting sent out of the ring by Cerberus for trying. Oh, look at this. Now we've got Masuma out here in front of our announcers table, guys. I would say cross over there, and Cerberus is in the middle of the ring.
what is he gonna do? Is one of them gonna sneak up behind
Well,
him?
look at this. They're coming over here by our announce table. Oh, I think they got a game plan now, Landon. I think that maybe they're both going to get in at the same time, try to catch him off guard or something. Look at it, they're talking to each other.
He better not hit him with like a double choke slam or something.
But look at, okay, so Zyler Cross came in first, and Masuma
Yeah,
said
that was a fail. You guys should have slid in at the same time.
that's what I'm saying. Oh, Masuma is in the corner now. Wait, what is Cerberus thinking here? Oh
no.
oh my God, Landon, you called it. Jesus.
Oh!
Look at the strength of Cerberus there. Remember, Zyler St. Cross is the legal man. Into the cover here. One, two,
2,
3, and
three.
that is all.
Oh.
You saw that. You must have telekinesis. Then you must have known what Cerberus was thinking.
I don't even know how I called that one.
And so Cerberus' theme song's hitting, but now Predatorus and Posterum are heading to the ring, and they have a microphone in hand. That kind of scares me, to be honest.
Well, they talked.
I think they're gonna talk, and okay, they're asking for us to be quiet. So let's see what they're gonna say.
We are the heads of Cerberus. We are the keepers of your past, your present, and your future. The men you see before you are now marked with their sins for all eternity. These men are damned and gone for Hades. Cerberus will prey upon these marked men to ensure they receive the full punishment of Cerberus and stay where they belong.
We take notice to every being on this roster, and that includes a special being called Bryson. Your acts of rage, jealousy, and vengeance will only lead to the inevitable demise. I say to thee, Bryson, your future is a very, very dark one. As for Roland Zyler Cross, Masuma, your future has been set. You all are bound for Hades, and Cerberus will make sure you make it there.
Well, that was creepy all at the same time. The heads of Cerberus just kind of laid out a gauntlet to everybody that's been marked. And we do have to take a quick commercial break, but up next, ladies and gentlemen, we do have our main event, which is going to be one heck of a barn burner. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just one quick moment.
Hi, I'm Christopher Billings, the voice of the power plant. What is it that the power plant offers that no other company offers a state-of-the-art training facility where wrestlers can utilize their many gifts and many talents to truly evolve and practice and hone their skills, which can then bring them onto a main show roster. But it doesn't come easy. These are trained professional athletes, and the risks are very real. So from everybody in the power plant, please do not attempt this at home. Do not attempt this in your backyard on a trampoline. And remember, watching TPP Frontline, it is a lifestyle choice.
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen. And I've said this before, but I love the TPP commercials. Especially that one, because it's got my voice on it.
Conceded much.
But here we go. So main event time. Jordan Moore versus Jerry Graham. Okay. Now, nobody really knows why Die Hard would make this match. I mean, Die Hard faced Jerry Graham last year at Urban Warfare in a street fight and beat him. We know that Jordan Moore has challenged Die Hard. We know that. You know, because he's been explicit about it on Twitter, on social media, and he's also said it on Strike Zone that he was challenging Die Hard. So, my question is, why did Die Hard set up this match? Jerry Graham? I mean, we know that Die Hard can beat Jerry Graham. We've seen it before. We also know that Jerry Graham is involved with the broadcast panel for Reckoning this Saturday night. So I'm just trying to figure out why, you know, why this match? Why this match tonight?
Maybe let them two take care of each other so you don't have to do it.
Yeah, but Die Hard hasn't even accepted Jordan Moore's challenge yet. I mean, we know that Jordan's challenged him, but Die Hard hasn't responded to it. And so I'm just trying to figure out why he would schedule this. I mean, maybe it's just Die Hard trying to turn over a new leaf and give these two one heck of a good opportunity. But this is going to be interesting, you know, because I've talked about this on Strike Zone, but Jordan Moore and like Brick Wall and them, they trained with Die Hard when Die Hard was actively competing in the ring. You know, so they got like that crazy, like we would joke about the 23 out of 24-hour day training. And Jerry Graham kind of got like the rescinded retirement training, you know, like what he should and shouldn't do. But they, like Jordan and Brick Wall, they were there like paving the way with Die Hard. So, you know, it's interesting because it's going to be a clash of styles.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty cool match to watch tonight.
I believe so. So Jerry Graham versus Jordan Moore. Here we go. Who do you think is going to win this, Landon? Who are you pulling for here?
This one's hard. Jordan. I would say Jordan.
I want to say Jordan, but I'm gonna have to go with Jerry, just because I mean Jerry Graham is involved with NGCT, you know, which debuted last night. He's involved with the broadcast panel for Reckoning. I mean, he's got heavy involvement with a lot of the upstarting superstars. You know, he's got a lot of involvement with next gen COG training. So I don't know. I want to say Jerry Graham, but I don't know. It's been.
I think Jordan's more prepared for it with training wise, because Jordan's been through the majority of the training other than Graham. Like you said, he got the retirement training and Jordan got the active training. So
well, one thing I do like is I'm not seeing any signs of disrespect from these two, so that's a good thing. That makes me happy, you know. At least I'm pretty sure this is going to be.
Well, I don't know why they would have any grief with each other in the first place.
Exactly, you know, and so I'm think that this is going to be a very good, clean match, and that makes me happy. And you know, quick cover there from Jerry Graham, but Jordan Moore is able to quickly get out, and a lot of back and forth here thus far in this matchup. And this matchup is still in the early goings. And off the ropes goes Jordan. Oh, big running boot, and that'll definitely, you know, that's not going to tickle. That's not going to feel good at all. And as you see, I mean, Jordan Moore starting to get into his flow, you know, and like I said, I mean, these guys both trained with Die Hard at two separate times. You know, I mean, granted, Jordan Moore's training was 10 years ago, but you got to believe as they wrestled throughout the years, you know, like Jordan Moore and Brick Wall and stuff, they were still training and learning new things. Like when Dyer was the TPP champion, and when Brickwall was the $1 million champion and the U.S. champion, and then Jordan was the tag team champion. They were still learning new things then. But
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for Jerry Graham, like I said, Jerry Graham kind of caught the tail end of everything because he didn't get like that active in-ring diehard. He got the retired diehard training. So I don't know. I've never sat in on a TCO training camp.
I think we should do that one day.
I think we should because find out what how they train. What exact is this 23 out of 24 hours a day true? Does diehard really train them like slaves? We need to find out. We need to know these things. We need to know this so that when we're out here broadcasting, we can tell people truthful things. And Jordan Moore off the top rope there with the feet right to the chest, going for the cover here. 1, 2, and a 2 count.
Wow,
for Jordan
already
Moore.
a 2 count already.
Yeah, that was a very, and Jerry Graham was very, very close to the ropes. He probably could have reached the ropes, but like I said, I think it's just a sign of respect from these two. Like let's have this clean match. And Jordan Moore over the top rope, and that'll definitely drive the wind right out of your lungs when
This
somebody.
short hair still throws me off.
I gotta tell you, I like the shorter hair of Jerry Graham. I mean, no offense to Jerry, but he started looking like a hobo. I'm just saying. I mean, he's still got his big beard going on, which I guess I'm okay with that. But I like the short hair Jerry Graham. I
Try to make that guy off the Polar Express.
That's exactly. I mean, Jerry Graham was like, he had the long hair going on, and Jordan Moore to the cover in a 1 count as Jerry Graham was able to kick out. But he had that super long hair going on, and it looked like it was all oily, So I'm kind of glad that he cut his hair because now it's not all in his face and it's not getting sweat and stuff all over his opponent. So it's good, it's good. It'll take some getting used to. This is only his first match with his new short hair, so we'll get used to seeing him with short hair. I'm sure we will.
Probably. I mean, it's just if he was to look at him from behind, I don't think you'd recognize him. So
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, when he and you were backstage doing a lot of the interviewing stuff, but when he first came in, he had that really long hair. He had the ponytail, and he had the short beard. He didn't have the long beard, and now he's got the long beard, or the big long beard, and he's got short hair now. But when he came in, he had the really long hair. And I'm like I said, I'm kind of glad he trimmed it. But look at the speed and accuracy of Jordan Moore. I mean, he blindly jumped into the rope there, and then turned into Jerry Graham, and that you can't train for that. That's just know-how and just your experience, and your ring awareness. And that's one thing Jordan has, I think, over so many other wrestlers. He's got such great ring awareness. He knows where he is at all times. He knows where the ropes are. He knows where the corners are. He knows where everything is. He knows the ring by square inch. Not by the 16 by 16. He knows it by square inch.
yeah, he's been doing this long enough to know where everything is and where he'd be at in the mat and everything.
And the funny thing is like with Jordan Moore, last year I did that Die Hard documentary thing and kind of touched on the TCO bit. But with Jordan Moore, Die Hard had already met Brickwall in Indianapolis when Die Hard was working independent shows. And so he got offered a job in Columbus, and then he met Jordan Moore. And, he said that when he met Jordan Moore, he was just a gifted young kid. And now he's a former TPP champion, tag team champion, hardcore champion.
He's had them all, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's the only man in TPP that's ever held every single championship. Die Hard hasn't even done that. Die Hard's held the tag team titles, and he's held the TPP title, but he's never held the hardcore championship. And Jordan Moore reigned as the hardcore champion for like 6 or 7 months, something like that. I mean, it was a long, long title reign, and that was one thing that TCO was always really good at. They had very long title reigns. They always worked as a very cohesive unit when they worked together.
Yeah, they had, especially the original 3. So
it's funny that you say that too, because the original 3 was Jordan Moore, Brickwall, and Die Hard. And I mean, James Braden was there, but he wasn't fully there. Like, I mean, he was there, but he wasn't there he was there in body, but not in mind. I mean, I'm glad that James Braden got himself straightened out, compared to the issues he was having a couple of years ago. But yeah, the original three, Brick Wall, Jordan Moore, and Die Hard, they tore it down every night on TPP. I mean, they'd go out there with a plan and they made it happen. And now we're seeing the past and the old past and the older past of Die Hard right here. Jerry Graham and Jordan Moore. Jordan Moore being some of Die Hard's oldest history, and Jerry Graham being some of Die Hard's, history from 2.5 years ago. But it's still history nonetheless. And as you saw, Jordan Moore from the top rope, and Jordan Moore pulling Jerry Graham up to his feet, turning. Kick to the abdomen. Wait a second, Jordan Moore might be looking to put Jerry Graham away. Turns him into the powerbomb there, into the cover here. One, and only a 1 count. Jerry Graham felt the need to try to get out of that very quickly, and Jerry Graham's trying to, he's trying to put up this fight, but it's been a very slow-paced matchup this far. I mean, we haven't. What is Die Hard doing coming down to the ring? Graham number 2. Die Hard's walking around the ring here as Jerry Graham and Jordan Moore are fighting in the ring, and why is Die Hard grabbing a steel chair from under the ring?
You better be sitting in that chair.
Yeah, just take a seat, Die Hard. There's no reason.
Don't be out here. Oh, no.
Oh, wait a second. Jerry Graham with the suplex off the ropes there. And, oh, Jesus, a steel chair in the ref. Wow, Die Hard, why would you do this? He just got Jordan Moore disqualified.
I wonder if that's a yes.
Well, as you saw, I mean, Die Hard coldly staring at Jordan Moore. And ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time for tonight on Frontline. I'm Christopher Billings.
I'm Landon Miles.
We will see you guys tomorrow night on Strike Zone, and then we will see you guys Saturday night at Reckoning. You want to be there, ladies and gentlemen. Do not miss anything. Have a good night, everyone, and we will see you guys next.